Hi BookTube! My name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. Today I am coming to you with a very exciting announcement video. Today I am here to announce the Retro Romance Readathon. I cannot wait. I am so excited. So this is going to run February 1st to February 28th, so it is all next month long. This was created last year by the lovely Storm over at Storm Reads, and she linked to her channel, of course, in the description box below. And she asked me to co-host, and of course, how could I say no? Romance, retro romance. I love it. I love it. It makes me super excited. She also asked the equally lovely Melissa over at Libraries and Labradors to co-host as well. Melissa's channel I will also link in the description box below. If you do not watch those ladies' videos, you need to go subscribe and do so. They're both fantastic. So the great thing about this is, like, the three of us, it kind of works really well. Melissa is like the historical romance queen, in my opinion. She loves her historical romance, so she's the go-to for that. Storm also loves historical. And when I say historical, I mean like the old school bodice rippers, those kind of historical. And you know, Storm is very, very much the same, but she also likes some contemporary as well, whereas I am kind of like the contemporary person. I do like the historical, but I'm definitely more focused on contemporary romance. So between the three of us, there's going to be some great books being read, some great recommendations, things like that. Melissa is also the one who is most active over on Instagram, so make sure that you follow her. She'll be doing some fun stuff during the course of the month of February on Instagram, so I will... like I said, I'm leaving a link to her channel below. Her Instagram will be available, I'm sure, in the description of her videos. So yeah, there are some prompts. There are 9 prompts for this, but you don't have to necessarily read any of the prompts. Those are there for those of us who want to do prompts, maybe try and get a bingo or what have you. So the main stipulation is that you need to read a romance novel, and in order for it to count as being retro, it needs to be published prior to 2003. Which just makes me feel old, but we're not going to go there. I am retro. I knew it would happen one day. But anyway, yeah, there are some prompts. So I'm going to go through the 9 prompts very quickly. I don't have books here to show you for every prompt, but I do have some to maybe help you figure out exactly what is meant by some of the prompts. So the first one is category romance. If you guys watch my channel for any length of time, I'm kind of the queen of category romance. Harlequin, Mills and Boon, the old Signet Regency romances, Steve Donahue, I'm talking to you. Love Swept, you know, if you want to even look at like the Sweet Dreams that were like that old retro YA series that was put out by Bantam years and years and years ago, many moons ago. I would count that as well. Yeah, if you have any questions in regards to what is considered to be category, please, in the description box below will also be a link to my Discord. Please feel free to pop on over there and ask. Just, you know, message me directly if you want, or just ask it. I do have a Harlequin, Mills and Boon channel on my Discord, and you can ask that question. Does this count, kind of an idea? Or, you know, go to Storm's video, follow her Discord, and I'm sure she's going to have a couple channels set up for this readathon. Feel free to ask there as well. I will be popping in there to answer questions as time goes. So yeah, pretty much Harlequin, Mills and Boon, read an old school category romance. They are fantastic. The next one is A Marriage of Convenience, which of course is just pretty straightforward. Read a book that has the trope of a marriage of convenience. Friends to Lovers, which is one of my very favorite tropes. So again, a book with that trope in it. A standalone romance, so a book that's not part of a series. Pretty easy, I think, for that one. You know, again, self-explanatory. A cover buy. Again, self-explanatory. I mean, we've all been there. Thrift store, what have you. You purchase a book because of the cover, and yeah, you're just like, I must have this. And as long as it's prior to 2003, read it for the readathon. Sprayed Edges. So this is one that I actually grabbed one off of my shelf for you guys to show you. So this is an old one, an old Harlequin romance, number 1649. It's called Sweet Kate by Lucy Gillian. So there it is. Really, 1970s? Based on the cover. 1971. So yeah, this one definitely counts. But sprayed edges means this. So if the edges, mostly you see them in red, occasionally you see them in blue or green, but that's what they mean by sprayed edges. So this is an older one that had these sprayed edges. So read a book that has that if you have one, or come across one maybe at your thrift store. a cold hero, because this is of course taking place in February. So my recommendation for this, if you're looking for a cold hero, is to go old school. Again, category is my jam, so I'm going to tell you guys about category. Old school Silhouette Desire or old school Harlequin Presents. Often they had the really alpha heroes that tended to be jerks, which is how I would classify cold. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're not the most loving type of person. So if you're looking for that, my suggestion would be old Silhouette Desire, which is now the Harlequin Desire line, or old Harlequin Presents novels. They would probably absolutely work for that prompt. Winter cover or colors. So like winter colors on the cover, like, you know, blues and whites and silvers and stuff like that. Those very cold wintry colors. Or a book that actually has a winter cover, like snow or, you know, ice or whatever's on the cover. Again, pretty self-explanatory. And then the last prompt is next book in a series. So if you're reading through a series, read the next book in a series. Pretty easy. So I do have a couple of other things I wanted to show you guys, because a lot of people might not have access to some of the really old books. But if you're at your thrift store, I do want to show you that you can buy new copies of older books. Because I was perusing my shelves over the weekend and I thought, oh, I want to make sure to mention this to people. So, for example, I have this more recent release for a Debbie Maycomer. This is Perfect Partners, and this is a 2-in-1 novel that she put out. So the two books in here are Love and Marriage and Rainy Day Kisses. So if you look inside the book, if you open it up, and on the inside front cover, it says like copyright 2021. So this is the copyright for this edition. But if you look a little bit further below, I don't know if you can read that, but it says like Love and Marriage, and then it says first published 1987. And then for the Rainy Day Kisses, first published 1990. So both of those books would count for the retro romance. I could read this book, you know, both of the stories in here, and they would both count because they were originally published in the late 80s, early 90s. Again, if you look for the best-selling author collections, Harlequin does a lot of these, and I love them. I collect them every time I see them because I think it's a fantastic way to pick up books. So you get a 2-in-1. So typically one of the books is a lot older and then the other one's a bit newer. So if you had one of these, again, go on the inside cover and just look to see the dates of the original publication. It's on that publication type page, right? So this one, Sinister Intentions by my very favorite Heather Graham. So Sinister Intentions was first published as a book called King of the Castle, which I actually have the original copy somewhere on my shelves. I might have to hunt it out to read in the month of February. But it was originally published in 1987. So that's great. And then the other book in here is from Dolores Fawson, and it is called Confiscated Conception. It was actually published in 2003. So again, both of the books in this one you could read for the readathon. And last but not least, they also are putting out these Harlequin Selects, which are very similar, again, to the best-selling author collection. So they're more famous authors, you know, republishing them, repackaging them, if you will. So this is Hunted by the great Suzanne Brockelman. She is fantastic. Her Troubleshooter series is amazing. And this one, so Hunted, first published as a book called Love with the Proper Stranger in 1997. So again, it would work for the readathon. And then the other one is Texas Prey by Barb Hahn. It was originally published in 2015, so it would not work for the readathon, but at least one of the books would. And again, I'm not saying you have to read these ones in particular. I'm just giving you guys examples that you can pick up a newer release that contains an older book. So yeah, but anyway, guys, that is it for this announcement video. I do hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any questions or anything at all. I'm happy to answer as best as I can. And if I don't have the answer, I will reach out to Storm or Melissa and we will get those answers for you. So yeah, just have fun, read some old school romance, and share it with us on Discord. If you guys are going to participate, we'd love to see you do your own TBR videos. I won't be doing a TBR video for this, to be completely honest, because I am doing my TBRs week to week. But as I do my weekly TBRs in the month of February, I will be letting you guys know which books are going to be counting for this readathon. So I'm super excited about that. But anyway, guys, that is all that I have for today. Until my next video, take care and happy reading, everybody. Bye.